Hello, myself Mr. Amit Kusnare. Through this video, I am to explain how to draw a Venn diagram for portal frame. So before directly going to the content of this video, I would like to request you that if you have not seen my previously uploaded video, that is concept of sagging and hogging moment, and another video is how to draw a Venn diagram for continuous beam. So please watch that two videos because that two videos are required while drawing a Venn diagram for portal frame. You can watch that video by clicking on the link which is provided in the description box. Now come to the portal frame problem. In this example I have considered EI variation. So this column is having different stiffness, this beam BC is having different stiffness. So of course this is a portal frame. Without provision of fixed support at A and C, this structure has become an indeterminate type of structure. For indeterminate type of structure, to draw a Venn diagram, we have to draw two separate diagrams, that is free BMD and support BMD. And next, that two diagrams, that is free BMD and support BMD, we have to overlap. Then you are getting a final Venn diagram. So this is the total flow of drawing a Venn diagram for this portal frame. So first step, we'll draw a free Venn diagram. Drawing a free Venn diagram means just we are going to consider that this beam BC is a simply supported beam, and just we are going to consider that this portion, that is portion AB, is also simply supported. So here there is provision of UDL, that's why we are getting a parabolic curve. Here there is a provision of a point load, that's why here we are getting triangular Venn diagram. This value comes out to be because the point load is applied at center of this member. So this value comes out to be, that is WL upon 4. This value comes out to be, that is WL square upon 8. Likewise, we are getting these two values. So of course, because of this loading, we are getting a sagging type of bend moment. That's why here both is positive. Next task is to draw a support BMD. So to draw support BMD, just we want to make all the three members separately and just show the curves like this. Just show the curves like this. Next, suppose we solve this example by slope distribution method or moment distribution method or by stiffness method. We are getting these type of answers. Next, here I have got the answer positive. Positive means clockwise. Here we have got negative. Negative means anti-clockwise. Now just as per this positive and negative sign, we are going to put these arrows. Okay. Now while drawing support BMD for this portal frame, just we are going to divide this support BMD in two parts. That is, this beam portion we are going to consider separate, and this column portion we are going to consider it as separately. So first of all, we have drawn this diagram support BMD for only beam. Okay, so here just observe these arrows, this arrow, this arrow, and this arrow. All these three arrows of the beam are below a particular baseline, means there will exist a hogging type of bend moment. Arrow below baseline means it is a hogging type of movement. Hogging is negative movement. So this is the support BMD for only beam. Next part, we are going to draw a support BMD for column. For this, just we are going to consider that just consider this column portion, and tentatively consider that at mid of this column just consider one fixed support, and because of application of this moment we are getting this differential. Because of application of this moment we are getting this differential. Now we know that our sign convention, that is TCS. T is the top of the member, C stands for compression, S stands for sagging. Here this portion, this side is in tension, here this side is in tension. So now just we'll consider this sign convention, that is always draw BMD on tension side. Second sign convention is if the tension side is inside the portal frame, then take it as positive. So for its explanation, I have shown this diagram. So if we apply loading over here, this is a portal frame. If we apply loading over here, we are getting such reflected shape. So if the tension side is inside, if the tension side is inside the portal frame, then take it as positive. Why we are taking this as positive? Because simple, this is the top of the beam and which is in compression TCS. Just apply TCS. The top of the beam is in compression, that's why there will be existing a sagging type of bend moment. Here also there will exist sagging type of bending moment. Here also there will exist sagging type of bending moment. That's why inside of the portal frame, if there is a tension, then take it as positive. So based by using these two sign convention, we have drawn this diagram, that is draw BMD on tension side. So this is the tension side, that's why we have drawn this diagram this side. So this is the tension side, so we have drawn diagram on this side. Now come to the sign convention. So this is the inner part of this portal frame, that's why inside take positive and outside take negative. So likewise we have drawn a Venn diagram for column. So previously we have drawn free BMD. Next we have drawn a support BMD for beam. Next we have drawn support BMD for column. So now just we have to overlap this free BMD and support BMD. Because of this overlapping of these two diagrams, we are getting this final Venn diagram. So of course this total part is positive and this total part is in negative. From this positive side, this negative must be subtracted. Okay, that's why remaining moment is this much. Here remaining moment is this much. So only the remaining moment I have shown in a color portion, that is at this section this must be the remaining moment. Okay, so for this we have to design a beam, for this we have to design a column. Okay, so this is the final Venn diagram. So this is a totally technical way of drawing a Venn diagram for portal frame. Okay, so in this video I have explained a purely technical way to draw a Venn diagram for portal frame. Okay, to draw this final BMD, we have drawn free BMD, we have drawn support BMD. Again in the support BMD, we have drawn BMD for beam separately and for column separately. But in this total part, this part is more tedious, that is drawing a BMD for a column. Okay, so to draw a BMD for column, we have to draw a deflected shape. Then we have to apply these two sign convention. After that, we are going to able to draw a BMD for this column. Okay, so it becomes so tedious to draw a BMD for column. Okay, so in the next upcoming video, I'm going to explain a small trick to draw a BMD for column, so that if you are not even drawn this deflected shape, if you are not even applied the sign convention, you are able to draw a BMD for the column. So to get that trick, just watch my next video. Thank you.